No, I told Taylor that, but then when Darlene and I talked, we're not going to dinner till 7:15. No, thank you. Thank you. That's awful kind. Very patient. Very kind. Well, I do. I appreciate that. Right. Right. I won't be an hour late. Okay, so let's call that impact. Oh, what did I do? Oh yeah, we are recording. So let's call that impact because it is impact. And then let's put the timer on it. So 1.6. That is a little quick for you. What do you normally like? 1.8 or something? 1.7? A high-tech filing system. .6 would be about 37 or 38. 1.7 is 35. So you're about right there. Now, that toward tempo stuff talks about the ratio, something like 2. If the backswing took 2 seconds, then the downswing would take 1 second. It's always a 2-to-1 ratio, I think, is what he's saying, from setup to top to impact. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Nick Price would be a lot faster, like we see here. No. Here, like this thing. I may have shown you this before. I'm 90% sure I've shown you this before. Versus looking for Price. Yeah. Look at the difference here. See what I mean? They're both starting right there, right? That's the first frame for both.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Right there. Yes. So, right. So look at that. So he's at impact, and he's just starting his downswing.
Isn't that crazy?
And then, by the time Els gets to impact, Price is about finished with his follow-through.
Isn't that insane? And it really looks that way, too.
Right. He looks faster and choppier. Els looks smooth and slow and silky. So, right. But what this guy is saying, I think he's just done this off simple tapes, I'm not sure. But that to the top, oops, I don't have them at the top. That number there, pretty much at the top, would be 2/3 of their total number. Oops, get to the top. So divide that by 2, right? So that means 300, 900 would be impact. And then his, yeah, so his, let's call it about 800, so that means 400, so 1200 would be impact for him. So that's pretty close. You see what I mean? And so for you, let's see what yours was.
So yeah, I didn't know that. So I was trying to find the back and the forward about the same.
So let's see, 1.6.
Because I don't mind coming back slow.
Right, I know. You're always comfortable with that. So divide that by 2, and that would be either 6 or 7, closer to 7. So add 7 to it, so that'd be right on about 2.0. It's 1.6. So see, he would tend to say yours is probably too slow on the backswing, but you and I both know you love that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So that's the little tour tempo thing.
I was a little quick on the down.
Yeah, that could be. So yeah, so that'd be fine, and apparently there's some songs there that are at those different ratios. So he would call it either maybe 24, what would he call it? 16:8, I think maybe, or it might be 15:5.
Well,
1.7. But you see what I mean? So he has different songs apparently that are kind of to that same tempo, that 2-to-1 ratio. Some would be a little faster. Tempo. And then here's the pitch, the main thing we worked on today. is the pitch. The
10-yarder.
yep, there's the 10-yard pitch right there. And the only adjustment I'm saying there, you probably want to start a little taller, so you don't have to pull back from it. Right there. At impact. But that's the 10-yard pitch right there. That's a good place to start, I think. 10, 20, and 30 yards. And I like there that your weight's on your front foot and the hands are ahead at impact. That's a good look at impact. All right? And we've established what the trajectory and the normal loft and trajectory and kind of spin and sound and feel are for you. And if you want to alter it, that's fine, but we'll just keep talking.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter, Ellie. Good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.